Hey everyone, it's Tony from Mr. T's Toys, the place to review and discuss vintage and modern toys and geek out over fandoms from today and yesterday. And today I'm geeking out over She-Ra. So I picked up a couple of the new cartoon collection He-Man and the Masters of the Universe She-Ra figures. And I was pretty excited. I got two here, one for me and one for Mrs. T's Toys. And I have borrowed some of Mrs. T's Toys She-Ra for this video here today. So these are some of my favorite and then not so favorite She-Ra toys that have come out. So we've got the original here from 1985. It's taken a little bit of damage. You can see a dog has gotten after this sword or something. It was used for something. But this is the original with, with pretend hair. Nice face sculpt here. That's kind of, like rubbery, like a Barbie doll. It's just a small version. So this came out in 1985, following the success of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. There was a She-Ra cartoon that came out as well, and really fun for girls and boys alike back in the mid to late 80s. Fast forward, we've had various Masters of the Universe figures and lines, and we ended up this She-Ra here. I got out of there's a DC Masters of the Universe 2-packs that came out, and this one came with Supergirl, and I just thought that was pretty cool to have a 7-inch version of She-Ra. So I got that for Mrs. T's Toys a few years ago, and is proudly on her She-Ra shelf. This one is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. This is my personal favorite. It's got the the real hair. It's got a cape with some sparkles in it. Very cool shield and sword. You can see the jewel and the sword here, and the face sculpt is outstanding. Her little headdress here with the wings on it. It's just a beautiful figure, and it's in the 6-inch scale. So the 6-inch line for me is something that I really enjoy. So it would fit in with G.I. Joe. It also fits in with Marvel Legends. So I actually have her beside a Black Knight, Marvel's Black Knight Avenger figure, and the classic one. So they go well together on that shelf. So that's that one there. Then in 2020, Masters of the Universe came out with their Origins line. So Mattel launched that. And this is the first She-Ra figure that came out. So you've got molded hair, but there's still, some soft goods here for the cape and the skirt. The knees are atrocious on the first release. But other than that, it's not so bad. The headdress is, like the wings here, is, I don't think it's as good as the original, but it's okay. Now, there's been a couple versions of her that have come out. One with real hair, I think, like various con exclusives and such. But I just stuck with the retail releases. But when I saw that this one here, based more on the animation from a cartoon, came out, I thought I have got to get one of these for Mrs. T's Toys and myself. And it's got a little comic book in there, so like the rest of the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And then show some cross-style here. So we've got Mantana and Ram Man. And then it also shows here, there's no real action that they can do, not like back in the 80s, but it does show, it gives you some different poses here. Twist into powerful battle positions and put the light shield in her hand. So there you go. And then some nice artwork on the back here. Which is kind of cool. It would be great if they did a Princess of Power cardback retro line. I would love that. I don't know if that's coming at all, but that would be super fun to get those from Mrs. T's Toys. I think she'd appreciate them as well, and I think there'd be a place for them here. But that said, this is a great figure. It looks like the knees are better. Let's open this She-Ra up and take a look and compare her to some of those other figures. There's been I believe there's been some She-Ra releases in the 7-inch Masterverse line. I don't have She-Ra in that. Never found her. Didn't interest me to order her. Not when I have the DC Mattel Classics version back there. All right, let's see if I can get this. I do like the Origins line for these little comic books. This one seems to be stuck. Oh, there's something going on there. All right, let's continue. I try to cut these out in a way that the card back is not damaged, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So it's really stuck on there. And both of these cards, came from online ordering, and they're both damaged somehow. That's really unfortunate, but there's not too much around it. And even if you look how they sealed it, some glue got on the comic book here. So yeah, that's real unfortunate. And it's not like these things are $10 anymore. Like they're pretty expensive. You kind of expect a little bit better quality control. But anyways, the comic book has got some very nice artwork here. Horde Invasion. I'm not going to read it, but you can just take a quick look here at some of the stories, some of the art. Really nice. I've got quite a few original comic books from the 80s, and then I've got all the newer ones from the Origins line. It's nice to have. There's usually some instructions here showing what you can do with the Origins line. It tells you which parts where they can remove them, because you can customize. So that's always fun. All right, let's get her out, alas. All right, she looks real good out of that top level of plastic there. Let's get out the shield. So that is more what we're used to seeing if you watch the She-Ra cartoon from the 80s. And this sword is really gummy. It's really soft and really thin. So hopefully that doesn't go brittle over time, but that's pretty nice. It looks very much like the Heman power sword, just with a gem inside. Very similar to this release here. Very similar to that. Not at all like the toy release. It kind of looks like a pointy corn cob. But yeah, that's okay. And then some of the other releases that were done were in gold, not in silver. But that from the cartoon is pretty accurate. And I think if any of you are fans of She-Ra, you know that the sword actually will turn into the shield to protect her, and the shield will then turn back into the sword when she needs to use the sword. So it was one of those things, you use one or the other. So you never see her posed with both. With these ones, obviously, just I have them posed that way just to display. But in the cartoon, it was the same accessory. All right, this is really in there good with the ties. See if I can break her out. All right. So this is really nice. So I think you could take the head off. You could get rid of this cape if you were so inclined. You can see the copyright information on the back there, 2024. Even the skirt, the legs, quite nice. You've got something underneath, which is good. Her costume here, or her outfit, very, very much like the cartoon. This is well constructed. It's got the standard articulation that those Origins have, which is wrists, elbows, shoulders, necks that kind of pivot and rotate, and you know, your knees and your ankle rockers, and then your hips, and also a torso. So quite nice. This is a beautiful figure. It's definitely an improvement from the 2021. I mean, just look at them. They don't even look like the same character. This little cape is quite nice. It's malleable enough. You get some play value out of it. You know, I know what they were going for with this. I think, you know, they wanted to replicate the original, which is fine, but the hair kind of made that impossible. Whereas this hair, I feel, you know, they've done a really good job there, and it's all molded in. So that this is really nice. So let's make sure that the sword fits in there nicely in her hand. It's yeah, it seems to be pretty good. So there you have it. Well, I think Mrs. T's Toys will be pleased with this She-Ra. I know I certainly am. Definitely a place for her at Mr. T's Toys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and you'd like to stay up to date with new content and help the channel grow, please like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribing, thank you so much.